A very good evening to all. My name is Pratik Vedarshi, and the topic we are going to study today is complex numbers. Complex numbers. This topic has been introduced in class 11th mathematics. In class 10th, we had studied quadratic equations, and the quadratic equations. And the general equation for quadratic equation is ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. And from this equation, we get two roots called alpha and beta. And the formula for these two roots are minus b plus minus under root b divided by 2a. What is the value of d? D is called determinant, and d is equal to b square minus 4ac. These all topics we have done in class 10th. So when d is greater than 0, we get real roots and unequal roots. When d is equal to 0, we get again real roots, but the roots are equal this time, equal roots. But we did not discuss what happens when d is less than 0. So we are going to discuss this case particularly in our topic complex numbers. We get imaginary roots, and these are unequal roots. So the whole focus is on when the value of d is less than 0. Moving further, I hope I am clear up till now. Moving further, let me take a general equation, quadratic equation. X square plus 4 is equal to 0. So what will be the value of x? Solving this equation, x square is equal to minus 4. Again solving, x is equal to plus minus under root minus 4. So how to solve this part? We have not studied this in quadratic equation in class 10th, but this equation, this final value can be solved with the help of iota. What is iota? Iota. Iota is a Greek letter denoted by small I, and I is equal to under root minus 1. Derivation is not in our syllabus, so we will focus only on this value. I is equal to under root minus 1. So how we can use this iota to solve this equation? Let us see. X is equal to plus minus under root minus 4. This was our final value. We can rewrite this equation as plus minus under root minus 1 into 4, or plus minus under root minus 1 again under root 4. Put a bracket. So replacing this under root minus 1 by iota, what we will get? X is equal to plus minus this 4 under root becomes 2, and this minus 1 under root becomes I. So this is the value of x plus minus 2i. This is our answer. And the answer was possible because we know the value of I, that is equal to minus 1. So with the help of iota, we can solve any quadratic equation in which we get an negative number which is under root. For example, minus 6. Okay? If x is equal to minus 6, plus minus suppose. So we can simply write this as plus minus root 6i. If x is equal to plus minus under root 27, minus 27. So what will be the value? Plus minus under root 27i. We can break this further, but that is not our area of interest. Let me take quickly a last example. Plus minus minus under root 81. What will be the value? Plus minus 9i. So with the help of iota, we can solve any square root which is under any number, any negative number in general which is under square root. Okay. So I hope I am clear till now. Let me move further. Our next topic is complex number. What is a complex number? Complex number. A complex number, firstly, it is denoted by capital Z. I write Z like this. You can also write Z. Okay, not an issue. But I follow this Z. Okay. Complex number. Z. And a complex number consists of real part and imaginary part. Z is equal to A plus IB. This is called real part and this is called imaginary part. I hope I am clear till now. Let us do some examples. Suppose a complex number is equal to 3 plus 4i. Then real of z is equal to 3. Imaginary of z is equal to 4. Let me take another example. Z is equal to 3 minus 4i. In this case, real part of z is equal to 3 and imaginary part of z is equal to minus 4. I hope I am clear with this. Let me take one last example. Z is equal to minus 3 minus 4i. Then real part of z is equal to minus 3. Imaginary part of z is equal to minus 4. So you are given any complex number, you can easily write down the real part and the imaginary part. I hope I am clear with this. Our next topic is comparing two complex numbers. Comparing two complex numbers. Suppose we have a complex number z1 that is equal to a plus ib, and we have another complex number z2 that is equal to c plus id. And it is given that z1 is equal to z2. Then what we can conclude from this equation, with this relation that z1 is equal to z2 is that the real part of z1 is equal to real part of z2 and imaginary part of z2 or imaginary part of z1 is equal to imaginary part of z2. Taking these two examples, a plus ib and c plus id, we can conclude that a is equal to c and b is equal to d. So this is a small topic comparing two complex numbers. We are doing some theoretical part first, then we will deeply do questions to get a better understanding of all. I hope I am clear till now. The next topic is addition of complex numbers. Addition of complex numbers. Suppose we have a complex number z1 that is equal to a plus ib, and we have another complex number z2 that is equal to c plus id. So what will be the sum of two complex numbers? Writing all the complex numbers together, a plus ib plus c plus id. Writing the real part of z1 and real part of z2 together, we get a plus c, writing down together, plus I b plus d. So this is how we add two complex numbers. Let me take a few examples to get a better understanding of two complex numbers. Let z1 is equal to 3 plus 4i and z2 is equal to 5 plus 6i. Find z1 plus z2. Simply what we are going to do, we are going to write 3 plus 4i plus 5 plus 6i. Writing the real part together, 3 plus 5 under bracket, and writing the imaginary part together, 4 plus 6. What we get? 5 plus 3 is 8 and 4 plus 6 is 10i. So our answer is 8 plus 10i. Further, we can break this quadratic equation as taking 2 as common, 4 plus 5i. Okay. But mainly the correct answer will be this, 8 plus 10i. I hope I am clear with addition of two complex numbers. Let me move to the second topic, that is subtraction of two complex numbers. Yes. Subtraction of two complex numbers. Again, taking a complex number z1 that is a plus ib and z2 that is equal to c plus id. z1 minus z2. What will be the value of z1 minus z2? Writing z1 first, a plus ib, let us take a bracket, minus c plus id. You can write like this. Breaking the brackets, what we get? A plus ib minus c minus I t. Taking the real part together, a and minus c, we get a minus c, writing down in brackets, and taking the imaginary part together, b and d, plus I b minus d. So this is the general form in which we can write subtraction of two complex numbers. This is the general form, taking alphabets as an example. So let's work with the real numbers. Let's do some examples. Suppose z1 is equal to 3 plus 4i and z2 is equal to 5 plus 6i. We need to find z1 minus z2. What we are going to do is 3 plus 4i, writing in brackets, minus 5 plus 6i, writing this also z2 in bracket. Opening the bracket in second step, 3 plus 4i minus 5 minus 6i. Writing the real parts together, I hope you are now familiar with this. I am doing it directly. 3 minus 5 is the real part, plus 4 minus 6 is the imaginary part. I don't write I. It's not necessary to write I before this bracket or after this bracket. You can write anyway. Suppose if you write I this side, it is also correct. If you write I this side of the bracket, right side of the bracket or left side of the bracket, that doesn't matter. You can place it anywhere. So what is my final answer? My final answer is minus 2 minus 2i. Or you can write it like this, taking minus 2 as common, 1 plus I. This is your answer. And suppose if you want to find z2 minus z1, what we are going to do is writing z2 first and putting minus sign and writing z1 after that. So 5 plus 6i minus 3 plus 4i, that is equal to 5 plus 6i, opening the brackets, minus 3 minus 4i. Writing the real parts together, 5 minus 3 plus I, 6 minus 4. What we are going to get is 2 plus 2i, or you can take 2 as common, 1 plus I. I hope I am clear with addition and subtraction of complex numbers. We have taken quite a few number of examples, and I hope that you are clear with addition and subtraction of two complex numbers. These are very basic and we need to know them very well. The next topic is multiplication of two complex numbers. This is very simple, and this is also very simple, but you need to pay attention in this. Suppose we have taken up, let me write down the name of the topic. Multiplication of two complex numbers. Two complex numbers. We can multiply three complex numbers, four complex numbers, but the most simple case is multiplication of two complex numbers. Then when you are comfortable with both, when you are comfortable in multiplying two complex numbers, you can easily multiply three complex numbers. So let me take z1 is equal to a plus ib and z2 is equal to c plus id, and let's multiply the both complex numbers. z1 into z2, a plus ib under bracket into c plus id, which is equal to, we are following the same rules which we follow in algebra, taking a first and multiplying it with c and then multiplying it with d. Then we will take ib, multiply it with c, and then multiply it with b, then multiply it with id. Let me write it down a little bit low. So AC plus IAD plus IBC plus I square BD. AC plus I, taking I common, AD plus BC. And what is the value of I square? Let me show it to you. What is the value of I square? See, I is equal to under root minus 1. So I square is equal to, taking squaring both sides, we get minus 1. So we can replace this by minus 1 minus BD. I hope I am clear with this. Yes. Taking the real parts together, in this case we have two real parts which are AC and PD. How to know that which is real part and which is imaginary part? A real part doesn't have I attached to it, simply. That is called a real part. So AC plus, not sorry, plus not plus. Yes, AC minus BD taking together plus I AD plus BC. So this is the general formula for multiplication of two complex numbers, but you don't need to remember all these things. We follow the same convention that we have followed, set of process which we have done in this multiplication of two complex numbers, taking alphabets as numbers. We can solve any complex number. We can multiply any two complex numbers. Suppose take Z1. Let me zoom it a little bit. Yes. Z1 is equal to 3 plus 4i and Z2 is equal to 5 plus 6i. Z1 into Z2, that is equal to 3 plus 4i into 5 plus 6i. No need to remember any formula. Multiply 3 with 5, multiply 3 with 6i, multiply 4i with 5 and multiply 4i with 6i. The same method which we have done in which we have learned in our previous classes. So 3 into 5 is 15 plus 3 into 6i is 18i. Again 4i into 5 is 20i plus 6 4 ja 24 I square. That is equal to 15. 18 plus 20 is 38i minus 24. Am I clear with that? How I square can be replaced with minus 1? I is equal to root under minus 1, then I square is equal to minus 1, simply. So 24 is 9. Minus 9 plus 38i. This is my answer when two complex numbers Z1 and Z2 are multiplied. You can practice more questions which are given in your book. You can follow NCERT RD Sharma for that. Okay. So the video is being quite a bit lengthy. So let me conclude my session today. I hope you have enjoyed the session and please give your feedback. Thank you so much.